Well, I first became sick, found out I was sick in September. And prior to that, healthy, working, outgoing, raised 3 boys, very active in their lives, and ended up in the hospital one evening with this severe pain that I have never experienced before. And after multiple tests and needle sticks, which I'm terrified of, and I work in the medical field, they diagnosed me with pancreatic cancer. And not only pancreatic cancer, but it was stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and it had spread to the liver. And working in the medical field, I knew what that meant. I really feel like God allows things to happen for purposes. I had no idea what this purpose is for. I still don't, except that I know I needed to bring God to the forefront of it and to honor Him and pray daily for grace, and to make sure that I was giving a positive outlook no matter who I talked to about it. And that's how I chose to face it, was that if it's going to happen to me, I am going to take each day as a blessing and go from there. The Bible story that I thought of when I was first diagnosed was Daniel chapter 3. With the story I've heard since my childhood with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they were getting ready to be thrown into the fiery furnace, and I'm sure they were terrified. And the king said to them, "Who's going to save you now? Is your God going to save you now?" And their response was, "Our God is perfectly able to save us. But if not, we are still going to worship Him." And I kind of took that to heart for me. Is God able to perform miracles today? Can He wipe this away? Absolutely, He can. But if not, then I'm still going to worship God, and I'm still going to be a part of His story and a part of His plan to work this out for good by His help. I think Jesus understands our suffering because He's been through so much more. And I remember the first time I had come from my chemotherapy treatments and feeling so sick and saying, "God, how can you let one of your children have so much pain?" And it was like a light went off and said, "So much pain? What did my son, my child, also do for you?" Jesus knows exactly what we're going through. He came here in human flesh. He went through trials that we go through. He saw suffering. He saw death. He saw all the things that we see, and He's experienced it. And He loves us enough to still walk with us today because He knows we're experiencing it too. He was the perfect form. He knows we are imperfect, and He's going to be with us no matter what the trial. I would just like to share that through what has happened in my life, it's certainly not what I expected. But now that this has happened, I am not so much thinking about, is there going to be a cure for me? I hope there will be, and I hope I'll be around for a while longer. I don't know. The prognosis is not real good. But what I look forward to is this journey. Because so many things have happened, so many paths of people that I've crossed and people that I've been able to share my testimony with. I'm enjoying that part of my journey where I get to share my faith and what I know God is and God does with people who I would have never been able to open up to them about because of their job status, or because that wouldn't be acceptable in that environment, or it would have been awkward. And I'm enjoying the journey of the natural conversation of telling people how good God is, even in the middle of all of this. We serve a faithful God, and I'm just going to enjoy the journey, and I'm ready for the ride.